Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm here with another video, and this one's going to be talking about what to do before boot camp. Pretty much, this is more of a assault video. Pretty much what I should have done, in a sense, before I left for Paris Island. So this is kind of like in my top five as well, I guess. There's one of these that don't really pertain to me, but it's still something that's super important. So the first one is to get contract PFC. You want contract PFC really bad if you want to go into the Marine Corps, or I mean, in any branch, to be honest. Um, for Marine Corps, it's you do so many years in ROTC, junior ROTC. You get referrals, so you get another buddy to join with you or at a different time. I think it's two. At least at my recruiting station, it might be different somewhere else. And college, I think you need like half a semester. In my personal opinion, you shouldn't be contract PFC unless you just do JROTC because referrals, I guess. But college, no. And I'll get to that. Actually, I'll just talk about it now. So, the reason that I made that my number one thing is because my 1 year is in like 7 days. I'm here still in the schoolhouse, and there's kids who just got promoted today that got out of boot camp or got an MCT in January, and they're picking up Lance Corporal before I am. And most of them are just college kids that failed out of college and were like, oh, well, I want to go to the Marine Corps now. I think that's the most dumb thing I've ever heard of. They rate more than me just because they went to college. No, and most of them are complete shitbags, to be honest with you. But anyways, that's just a little quick rant. So you want to be contract PFC as soon as you get out of boot camp, or even if you can't, you can't get any of those, or you get meritoriously promoted in boot camp, which, it's pretty much a guide or squad leader position, do that. Because trust me, you don't want to be, I don't pick up, I think, for another 2 months. And I've already, like I said, I've been in a year. So it sucks seeing all the new guys picking up Lance Corporal before you. So it's a plus. Plus, it's some extra money. You make more than privates. I think by like $100 a paycheck. I think something like that. So that's the first thing. You go in there, try and get contract PFC, even if you have to, hey, I'm gonna take half a semester or however many college credits it is. Go get that. Come back and do that. I'm telling you, you want contract PFC. I don't care how bad you want to leave. It doesn't matter. You need contract PFC. The second one is once you get all your paperwork signed out, you go swear in, and you're in the delayed entry program or DEP. You want to lock in a job. I don't care because this happened to me. I don't care if you want to be, say you want to be Intel, which good on you if you have the ASVAB and GT score for that. I don't care if you want Intel and your recruiter's trying to push out fucking sanitation or whatever. You wait for that Intel job, or you get out of the depth and go back in and wait for that job, because I'm telling you, you don't want to be doing a job that you don't like for the next 4 to 5 years. It all depends. These videos don't really cover reservists because I'm not a reservist. I don't really know anything about them. But lock in a job that you want. I'm telling you. I was supposed to be what I am now, right? I'm like a 6300 aviation electrician. I graduated school in 3 weeks, actually. But this was my original job. Now, when I went to boot camp, that was the job that I was told from my recruiter. I got down to the MEP station, and they're like, oh, here you go, aviation operations, a complete different MOS. So like, all right, well, I don't have no choice. Sign that. Spent 6 months in 29 Palms. Did nothing but sit around and fart. That's about it. Came here, and now I'm gonna be, let's see, I might graduate my C school depending on what I get. 4 months average. I'll be in the Marine Corps a year and 4 months before I even see the fleet. That's bullshit. But you want a job that you want, something that translates well into the civilian world. So for me, the reason why I wanted this, I know nothing about planes, helicopters, I don't know anything about that shit, but it pays well in the civilian world. I don't even want to do that. I honestly want to be a teacher when I get out. Um, if that happens, whatever. If I don't, I'll just go try and find a company, work 6 to 20 years in whatever field I decide to go in with that has to do with aviation. Um, and that's just really what you want. If your heart is set on infantry, go for it. I have the utmost respect for grunts since I have a bunch of buddies that are grunts. And I mean, shoot, you get out, you can go do contracting. That shit's pretty legit from what I have buddies who are doing contracting right now are telling me. They say it's pretty cool, so I'm just gonna stick with that. Stick with me doing aviation. I mean, that depends. Like, if you want to go motor T, be a diesel mechanic. Don't be an operator. I mean, if you really want to be a truck driver, go for it. But be the mechanic. You know, get your certifications. You can go work for Ford if you want. Just don't settle for the bare minimum, and don't let your recruiters pick for you. I got scammed. I'm straight up. I got scammed. I went up to MEPS. They're like, "Oh yeah, this. It's not my job." They're like, "Well, it's either that or you get discharged," because I was in the depth for a year because they kept screwing with my job. So I just took it. Don't, because I'm telling you, if even if you go open contract, I get that you want to leave right away. You know, some circumstances there are people that need to, but don't. Try, it's not worth it because you're gonna get stuck with a shitty MOS. There's people that fail out of school here. This one guy just got motor T and he's an operator, so he's driving trucks for the next 4 years. If that's what you want to do, then I mean, more power to you. But just try not to let your recruiters pick for you, and don't tell them what you can and can't have. If you have a ASVAB of like 50 and your GT score is like a 105, fuck, go retake it. You can retake the ASVAB. I did. I had a 50 and then I got up to 63. My GT scores pretty much stayed the same though, but in other areas it increased, but it didn't really help out. But like I'm telling you, just get the job you want, because it's gonna pay off in the long run, especially because you don't want to be sitting going every day to work and be like, man, I wish I would have listened to this fucking YouTuber. It's just gonna help you out. I can't emphasize that one enough, because I have buddies that are doing it right now and they fucking hate it. That's enough with that. That was one of the bigger ones. So the next one, your physical fitness shape. When you get into the DEP, the delayed entry program, you want to start hitting pull-ups and your run time as hard as you can. Crunches, if you can't, I'm just gonna be straight up. If you can't bump out 105, 150, whatever the new standard is in 2 minutes, you need some work. Pull-ups, I'm telling you, pull-ups is like who has the biggest dick in the Marine Corps. Like, honestly, that kind of correlates to your PFT score. It's like, oh, I have a 300. Oh, I have a 300. Well, how many pull-ups you got? Well, I can do 30. How many can you do? Oh, I can do 25. Ha, I'm better than you. That's pretty much how it is. That and how well you are at your job. But you really want to start hitting your pull-ups. I mean, a good point to go into boot camp, honestly, is more than 10, no less than, well, that doesn't make sense. No less than 10, and I mean 18 is a good spot, because you want to try and graduate with that 20 pull-ups, and if you're in that other age group, 23. For the 23-year-olds, you need 23. 21 to 25, you need 23 pull-ups. So you really want to hit that, and especially your run, cardio. It fucking sucks, but cardio that's also going to help your score, because you don't want to be the guy that's running a 23-minute, 24-minute. You want to be, 18, that perfect score, 19, 20, 21, 22 at like the most. So you really want to work on your PFT scores, your IST scores, whatever it is. Train on your off time. If you're struggling, ask your recruiter for help, because your recruiters like nothing more and they'll be willing to do more for you if you show that you want to put out. When I went to the DEP back in December, when I went on a month leave, there was a bunch of these kids and they weren't really doing anything, and this one kid was like, I'm done doing this lazy shit. I want to put out. And so he went every single day for like 3 weeks until I left, and then he kept going. And I mean, he was like, I had enough. I actually want to get serious about this. So he got serious. He's still doing it. I think he leaves in like a month or two, something like that. But yeah, you really want to hit the physical aspect of your body before boot camp ruins it. And boot camp does ruin your muscles. Not like, I mean, in a sense, you kind of get weaker, but you're doing so much stuff. You're working different areas, different muscle groups. I know guys that went in, they were doing like 25 pull-ups, and by the end, by the final PFT, they were doing like 18. You don't really physically train. I mean, you physically train, but you don't PT and work out as much as you think you would. So that's that. The fourth one, general orders. They're gonna rail it into your head, anyways. But I mean, it matters after that, after MCT, after your school, when you're in the fleet, you have post or duty. It all matters. So I mean, might as well look it up, read it over, or I know one guy who has it on his phone. He like recorded it, or there's a YouTube video or something, and he literally, when he's in the gym, this was like when I was in 29 Palms, he put them in his ears to try and help him remember it while he was working out. If that's what you like, then I mean, go for it. But like I said, that's all him. But you want to know your general orders. It's pretty simple. There's 11 of them. Like I said, pretty easy. And the last one is kind of involves if you know someone who just got out of boot camp. So make friends with the guys that are going into boot camp like pretty soon, and then when they get out, they get the little, they're called like green monsters. They're like the notebooks and textbooks that you get. When they get back, have them give you theirs or borrow it, and just study it, because nothing is better than having prior knowledge to before you go in. I had a lot of prior knowledge on a lot of stuff before I went in, and it definitely helped me in class. And it helps you with other people, like helping them out, especially when it's not so much textbook stuff, but it's more in the field kind of stuff. You can help them. Like, you want to be that guy in boot camp that knows a lot but isn't cocky about it. Like, oh, I've known this for a while. Fuck you. Like, go try and figure it out on your own. No, you want to be that guy that helps out a lot, because it'll reflect on your character and how dependable you are to other people. So you really want those characteristics, because you don't know that fucking Joe Schmuckatelli that you are helping right now in boot camp or are going to help. You don't know, he could end up being, down the road, I'm just speculating, like a lieutenant general, like throw that out there, like he's a master guns, and you're a gunnery start, it helps to have friends in higher places. Or this is a good example. So I have buddies that are crew chiefs, right? So when they would tell me that, oh yeah, the aviation mechanics or the aviation electrician guys, oh yeah, like we'll let them hop on the Osprey and we'll fly around. They can go on the tail and they can stick their feet out the plane, stuff like that, like little small things for your friends to hook you up. But if you're being a dick, then I mean they're either not going to talk to you, they're going to try and make your life harder. So it's kind of a what goes around comes around, because the Marine Corps is a small place and people will remember you, definitely. But that's pretty much it for the whole boot camp video. I had a bunch of ideas on my phone for different videos, but my phone, my Galaxy S7 Edge, which I never have had a problem with, it just shit on me and it wouldn't turn back on, and so I had a factory reset it, and I lost all my ideas. So this is the one of them that I remembered. If you have any ideas what you want me to make, because the boot camp stuff gets kind of tiring after a while, I have another video coming out soon before, pretty much when I leave Pensacola, kind of like an accumulation of Pensacola in a sense, to kind of like see how my life was here. Pretty much off base, because on base there's nothing to do. I hate this place. So that's about it. If you have any topics you want me to cover, um, like medical, like when you get your medical exam, or whatever. If it's something boot camp related, absolutely, put in the comment section. And if there's enough of that, or if someone suggests a good topic, I will absolutely make a video about it, because I have nothing else better to do. Especially because I'm leaving here soon and classes pretty much slow down. But that's enough for me rambling. I will let y'all get to the rest of your day. You guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.